In life, you have certain times where you would draw a line and say, oh, life was like this until this happened. For me, that was the military.
I was just baptized in like chaos, you know what I'm saying? Like family background, strong family background. I didn't have that, I had the streets. If I failed, I knew what I had to go back to. I was the rule follower.
The Marine Corps spoke to me as a whole because it's a brotherhood. It's all about the brotherhood. But what spoke to me even louder on that January day was I realized how quick the brotherhood disappears.
This morning, 7 Marines and a Navy sailor are being held in the brig.
I joined the Marine Corps to serve my country. I joined to gain mentorship.
I don't think you guys understand what's going on over there. This is a war.
How did we get here?
These are young men and women that join the military because they have a sense of service about them, and they believe that the institution will protect them. But it won't, and it doesn't.
You dream of doing something and you respect the community so much. And then you look behind the curtain and this is the kind of stuff that happens. Yeah, I was blown away.
It was only a few weeks prior, I had been in engagements for my life, 4-hour, 8-hour firefights. And next thing you know it, I'm home and I'm charged for murder.
I mean, in my limited understanding of the law, I thought you were innocent until proven guilty. And so it was shocking to me that I was already in jail. No one had even asked me what happened at that point, and I had never even been heard out.
Called in randomly to my commanding officer's conference room in the middle of the night, really. And it was like something out of a movie. January 10th, 2017, and it was one of the darkest, scariest nights of my life.
Under the UCMJ, they do something called stacking charges. So they just find any little thing that they can, and they just stack this insurmountable wall right in front of you to say that, like, hey, if you really want to go against us and everything, this is pretty much what you're looking at. And this is the time that you're looking at. It appears very hopeless, and that's by design on the prosecution side. You just scare the crap out of them.
I met with one attorney. He basically said I was like screwed and I needed to take some deal. Another guy came in, same story. And I was starting to realize, oh man, I don't know that I'm going to find someone to actually represent me.
I would venture to say the entire military is untrained on their legal rights. And I've said this many times before, career criminals get better justice than the men and women who volunteer to serve and fight for this great nation. Absolutely.
When we talk about facing against the full force of the government, it takes on an entirely new meaning when you're talking about the Department of Defense. They'll do what they want to do. They have their own investigative agencies. They have their own prosecution divisions, and they will bring everything to bear on one service member. And the only thing that stands between getting steamrolled with that kind of power is the lawyer that's representing the service member.
By the time I figured out that I was in trouble, I'm like, okay, you need to talk to someone. And I didn't know anyone to talk to.
You're supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. The Marine Corps that I was existing under at that point was more or less career-oriented, and I was a stumbling block in that way, and I was okay to be left behind. Joe didn't believe in people being left behind.
These other guys would come in and sit down and they have this glaze over them. This was already said and done. It was over.
In the military, every murder case starts out as a potential death penalty case.
Joe came in with a purpose. He understood I wanted to fight this. I wanted to go to trial. I wanted to have my day in court.
A win would be life or life without parole. Your client walking to prison from the courtroom. And in each one of those cases, Joe's client walked out of the courthouse with him.
It felt like I had another Marine in my fighting hole.
April 19th, I get acquitted of all charges. My knees got weak. These hands released from my spine. This invisible ghost chokehold released from me.
I felt that I had an assassin. I had what I was trying to be in the SEAL teams. That's what I had.
Joe rallied the troops, so to speak, to get the attorneys to be able to do a trip out to the AO, to a combat zone, to inspect the crime scene.
These aren't wealthy people. Sometimes they try to set up defense funds. They never work. You go into it knowing you're probably not getting a dime.
I would not be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the realest shit. I am a reflection of my leader. You know what I'm saying? Everything I learned from him that shaped and molded me then, I apply the same thing in my boys now, and they're 10 and 7. I wouldn't have had any of these opportunities. I would commonly still be locked up. That's how serious this was.
From the very beginning of thinking that we were guilty, there was kind of like a turning to see an expert like Joe go up there and repaint the canvas, essentially, to what actually happened was surreal, to say the least.
At the conclusion of that case, one of the jurors retired from the Marine Corps from active duty. And because of what he saw Joe do in the courtroom, because of the connection that he had just during voir dire, that juror ended up going to law school and has a driving determination to become a criminal defense lawyer so that he can help people the way that he saw Joe help a brother Marine in the courtroom.
Joe led by example. Right now, I'm a public defender in the 6th Circuit here in Florida, in Ellis County. And he's not sitting here. He didn't push me to be a lawyer. It was just what I decided to do. And I do accredit that to him. I joined the military to serve. I do this to serve. And that was because of Joe.
Joe holds a special place in the legal field in advocacy. He'll represent the little guy, these folks who are being run over by big business, big corporations, big government. And that's why I do employee representation against employers. I can't think of a better way to pay that forward and help people who are going up against the odds.
So I do want to get into criminal law, criminal defense specifically. I want to be a trial attorney. What Joe did for me is what I want to do for others. My intent is to follow in Joe's giant footsteps.
That's what I pass on to my kids. We're raising you to be a change. It's more than a generational curse. I am training you to be the man and the person that you should be that can make a change in this world, like someone has given your dad a chance.
The law in general, it's the business of people. As somebody who is continuing to develop people like myself, that's why he deserves this award.
He has a fire in him to fight for justice, for what's right, for people's rights. He's never not been in my corner to this day.
Joe, I'm beyond thankful every single day for the second chance that you gave me. I am doing everything possible to make sure that that second chance never goes to waste. I'm on a zero-sum failure mission on life because of you.
Joe, I'm extremely proud of you this time.
I'm so, so proud of you and humbled to be a part of this celebration. Look forward to reminding you how much we appreciate you, myself, and everybody else you've ever represented. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Like, we did it. We did it, dog. I love you.